Hey fam, I got a question for you guys. What is the only group to have worked with Tupac, Biggie, Eazy-E, and Big Pun? Some of you got it. Thugz N Harmony. That's right. Do you know how huge that is? Thugz N Harmony are legendary. They deserve our respect. They are epic, great GOAT status. No other group can say that they have worked with legendary artists such as Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Eazy-E, and Big Pun while they were still alive. All four of those artists. So I just want you guys to think about that. Now, thank you so much, fam, for hitting me up on all the socials, letting me know, hey, what did you think? Yes, I know what happened with Busy. Am I happy about what happened with Busy? About somebody doing what they did? No, I'm not happy about that at all. I don't like that. I'm not gonna show any I just don't want to. I just think that's disrespectful, and I just want to spread positivity, and so that's what I'm going to do. I just want to touch on a few things for Thugz N Harmony besides their legendary status, working with some of the GOATs and greatest of all time. These men, these pioneers, have put in so much work. It was 1992 that Busy had formed Bone Enterprise with his brothers, and I say that because that's what he calls his group. They're his brothers, they're close. I know Wish is an older brother to... Flesh is an older brother of Lazy and a cousin to Wish. And that's for Flesh. I put some notes here because I tend to get kind of distracted, you know. But Busy, I do know a little bit more about than the others, and that's because he's always kind of been in the forefront. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this show called America's Most Wanted. It might still air, I'm not sure. John Walsh was the commentator or the narrator for that show, the host. His son was Adam Walsh. Adam Walsh was a little boy who was kidnapped and later found deceased, is the nicest way I can put it. So John Walsh spent the rest of his life, or the best part of his life, finding other children, exploited children, kidnapped children, abused children, and trying to bring the bad guys to justice. When Busy, or I should say Brian, was kidnapped by his stepfather along with Brian's sisters, the sisters were biologically related to the stepfather. Now, he was assaulted in every sense of the word at such a tender age for a year and a half. Finally, I think it was a babysitter who had saw the program. She called the number. The authorities came. They got Brian, took him back to his family. So we fast forward 1992. He forms a group. Now we've got Thugz N Harmony. Eazy-E, and I already told you about Eazy-E and how he had heard them and the whole about the name. Okay. Lazy, you guys know him as Al Burna or Number One Assassin. I like to see him as the go-getter of the group. He tends to be, all of them actually tend to be very forthright. You're not going to say something to one and it not affect all of them, but they've all had their problems. So I'm just letting you know that. Yeah, so anyway, Lazy is the younger brother of Wish. Crazy, now Crazy, he's been working, and he has been working consistently. When the group kind of started doing their own thing, Crazy really worked. In fact, he worked and worked and worked and got into clothing line. I think it was called Thug Life, and then he changed it to TL, and that stood for That Life. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you guys will if I'm missing something. So Crazy to me has always, you know, he's been on that hustle and doing what he needed to do. Wish, Wishbone I know very little about. I know that he is completely loyal just as the others are. So when there's a tour or there's something that they need to gather for, which I wish they would put out another album, that would make me so happy. And maybe they will. With all this, you know, beef going on, maybe they will just put out a fire album. So that's what I know about the boys, and I love them, I respect them. This was a time when things were not so cut and dry and sign on the dotted line, and there was lawyers and all these formalities. So this was, you know, a pretty big deal. This was a lot of leaps of faith to get things done, and it took these guys to go through these ropes to make things easier for up-and-coming artists. That's all I just wanted to share. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. And if you guys have anything to tell me, or if you guys would like me to do, I don't know, a short video on something, let me know.